So I don't know. Sorry, I don't know how I accidentally did that, but there'll be 2 videos of today's lecture posted up on YouTube instead of 1. Oops. All right, last one that we are looking at today. We are given a 3-line segment graph of f, and we're given that g is the integral from -3 to x of f. Give me 1 second, I got this timer going on for some reason. No idea what that's for. My kids just like set timers on the oven, and then all of a sudden things just start beeping. All right, so we're looking for g of 3. G of 3 ought to be the integral from -3 to 3 of f of t dt. So if we're looking for the integral from -3 to 3, a big chunk of that is up above the x-axis. So that's 1/2 of the base of 5 times the height of 4. And then it's a chunk that's below the x-axis. So minus 1/2 of the base of that, which is 1 times the height of that, which is 2. That's 10 minus 1, we just get 9. And that was worth one point for that. Any questions on that? All right, part B is similar to what we had in the last one. We want to know when is G increasing and concave down. So G will be increasing if G prime, which is F, is positive, and it'll be concave down if G double prime, which is F prime, is negative. So we want F to be positive, but F prime to be negative. If the derivative of F is negative, that means that F should be decreasing. So we're looking for when is F positive but decreasing. Well, here's F. It's positive and decreasing from -5 to -3. And it's positive and decreasing from 0 to 2. And that was worth 2 points for part B. Any questions there on part B? Okay, so part C is asking us about a new function h of x, which is g of x over 5x. So in order to find h of x, we just need to take the, h prime of x, we just need to take the derivative using the quotient rule. So that'll be 5x times g prime of x minus derivative of the 5x is 5 times g of x all over the denominator 5x squared. And we're going to evaluate that at 3, which is going to give us 15 times g prime of 3, which we'll go back and look at in a second, minus 5 times g of 3, which we'll go back and find in a second, over 15 squared. And g of 3, we found up here, is 9. And g prime of 3, which is just f of 3, is -2. So this is -2, so we end up with -30 minus 5 times 9. So -30 minus 45 over 225 is -75 over 225, which is -1/3. And that part was worth 3 points, 2 for the correct setup and 1 for the -1/3, the value that you got. Any questions there on part C? All right, hold on 1 second and then we'll do part. Okay, sorry about that. Part D gives us a new function p of x, which is f of x squared minus x. And we want to find the slope of p at some value, I think at -1. So p prime of -1 is what we're looking for. So we need to first find p prime of x, which is f prime of x squared minus x, and then using the chain rule, since this is a composition of functions, f of u, we take f prime of u times the derivative of u. So f prime of x squared minus x times 2x minus 1. And then we'll evaluate that at -1. So this is f prime of 1 minus -1. So f prime of 2. And then -2 minus 1 is -3. So f prime of 2, we'll go back and look here. The derivative of f at 2 is just the slope of this line at 2, which you should be able to find as -2 fairly easily. So we got -2 times -3, which just gives us 6. And this was, again, worth 3 points, 2 for the value of p prime of x and 1 for the value of p prime of -1. Any questions there? Anybody?